Philadelphia is one of 4 major cities where it's cheaper to buy a home than rent. Redfin just released a report where it showed how much it costs to rent in major cities and how much it costs to buy a home in major cities. And Philadelphia was one of only 4, yes, 4 major cities where it's cheaper to buy a home than rent. I'll break down the numbers for you here, and this video is full of opportunity because we know there's a lot of people that rent homes right now, and it's easily costing you money just on a monthly basis, plus all the additional benefits, which I'll break down next. So the average rental rate in Philadelphia is right around $2,000 a month. The average mortgage payment with a 30-year fixed loan is $1,869. So not only are you saving over $130 a month, but you're also building equity in a home. I look at home ownership as like a big bank account where every time you make that payment, you're paying down the debt and building your equity. Because remember, even if you're renting, you're still paying a mortgage. It just happens to be somebody else's mortgage, somebody else's taxes, somebody else's insurance. So you're paying a mortgage. Why not make it your own and build wealth? On top of that, this 6.6% discount that we're seeing from a monthly mortgage payment to a monthly rental payment, 59.3% of the homes available in Philadelphia are cheaper to buy than it would be to rent the same property. So we got a lot of supply here that shows it's easier and more cost effective to buy a home versus renting. The other cities were Cleveland and Houston, some other similar cities to Philadelphia where they don't have really a super high price point, unlike places like New York City, Washington, D.C., the West Coast. You go to the West Coast and look at these numbers, and the numbers there are 100% of the homes are cheaper to rent than they are to buy. That's just what goes on in places like California. So we're very fortunate to live in an area where there's opportunity like this to, instead of being a renter, turning into a homeowner. And if you look at what our friends at Keeping Current Matters say, they have a lot of data around this. I'm going to send the chart to Nick here to put up in the video. So you're investing in yourself, you're investing in your future. It gives you a nest egg to work with, and it's the key to building wealth in the U.S. So we're very fortunate here in Philadelphia to have this kind of supply. On top of that, when you look at some of the local data in Philadelphia, the average person in Philadelphia is spending 30% of their income on housing, whether it's buying a home or renting a home. They're spending 30% of their income on their housing costs. In Philadelphia specifically, there's over 88,000 residents that are spending over 50% of their income on rent, just rent. They're not owning anything. So imagine if you were to change that and put it into buying a property. So this is major, major news, and it's filled with opportunity for folks that are in a rental right now. Maybe they're first-time buyers, and some of the other local stats in the city of Philadelphia are very buyer-friendly relative to the suburban markets, because you get to Chester County, Delaware County, Montgomery County, or even Bucks, and it's not cheaper to buy than rent, given where rates are right now. And that's obviously something that changes constantly here, so you've really got to understand where your rates are and where your monthly payment's going to be, and that's really your financial plan to get into a home. So of those 88,000 people that are spending more than 50% of their income on rent, think about if they started investing in themselves, buying a home, paying down debt, building equity in an asset. That can change somebody's life. So what are some of the benefits that we're going to see here? And that's what I want to really go over as we wrap this video up. One, we talked about building equity. We talked about building net worth. It's also going to help you with the mortgage interest write-off, where you actually have tax write-offs because you own a property. And on top of that, you're able to care for the home. You're able to invest in it. And you're able to change the trajectory of your family's net worth. So when you look at all these reasons, we are very fortunate to be one of 4 major cities where it's cheaper to buy a home than rent. So this is the time where you want to get in touch with a local agent. Make sure they understand the local market because, again, these numbers don't always play. It's different in the suburbs. Maybe you're looking at something in Philadelphia for the next 7 to 10 years. You want to move out. You want to understand local tax rates. These are all reasons that folks should be getting in touch with a local agent so they can understand if this is going to be the right move for them or not. But congratulations, Philadelphia. You're one of the 4 most affordable cities to buy a home.